Gloria Guevara is with me. She is the CEO of the World Travel and Tourism Organization, the WTTC. That's the private body representing the industry. Gloria is with me. So, Gloria, this reopening that's taking place slowly but surely, even at a time when numbers are rising, from your point of view, where is it going? What is the hallmark of when countries are now starting to be able to say we're open for others to arrive?
Hi, Richard. Thank you for having me. We see some countries that they're doing a good job with the reopening, implementing either testing on arrival or some sort of measures and removing the quarantines. The challenge is how do we resume international travel among most of the countries? I'm sure that you're aware with what happened with the EU on Monday, where 9 countries agree on the mobility of the people and removing these quarantines. I think it's important here because countries can reopen and say that they are open for travel, but then at the same time imposing quarantines is sending the opposite message. So for us, the solution is the international testing protocol so that you can have some tests before departure so that we don't export the virus. And at the same time, use that to remove the quarantine on arrival, and you can have this movement of people and resume international travel and business travel that is needed. There are a lot of cases out there that prove that.
All right, but I hear lots of stories now of the number of jobs being lost. You see, for example, in the US today, because the CARES Act, that's a specific number of jobs for a specific reason of government support. But how concerned are you now, as we go into a northern hemispheric winter, that the job losses really will pick up in the industry? And what's your latest number for what you forecast that will be?
We're very concerned because we haven't seen really the impact. This is like a tsunami coming to us without even seeing that. By the end of the year, we're estimating 197 million jobs impacted globally. To give you perspective, that's the population of Mexico plus Canada and a little bit more, or a little bit more than half in the US. So it's a lot of jobs that are going to be lost. And as they remove all this support that we have, like, for instance, in the US and in some other countries around the world, that's when you're going to start seeing the real impact. And let's remember also the domino effect, because if an airline is impacted, it's not only the employees of the airline, it's the travel agencies, the tour operators, it's the restaurants, it's the entire ecosystem.
We were looking at the measures that you've been taking. If we just take a look at the latest campaign that you've got, which is, again, getting people to realise the number of tourists, the number of tourists and the effect that they have. What's this campaign about?
Our campaign is about the social impact because, yes, we contribute to 10% of the global GDP, 1 in 10 jobs. But let's talk about the social impact. 54% are women. We're women. 30% youth. And of course, the restaurants and the waiters and all the people impacted. So the campaign is about that.
Let's have a listen in to some of the campaign, to some of the commercial.
A world of difference. Remember how you made a difference when you traveled? Remember how much your travels meant to others? Now, just think of all the good you can do in the future. Travel the world.
I do wonder. I wonder, Gloria, is it too late? Is it going to be able to do enough? Or are we just, I mean, the jobs are going to go because there aren't the tourists there, because they don't feel safe to travel?
Well, according to the data, Richards, a lot of travelers are feeling safe. When you look at depending on the demographics, right, the groups like the millennials, the Generation Z, even the Generation X are okay to travel. What people are afraid is to be stuck in another country in a quarantine or being not knowing what is going to happen. That's the data, and that's what the consumers are telling us. The concern that we have is impacting the ecosystem. You are right. If we don't support these SMEs, if we don't support all these workers throughout the industry, what is going to happen? The ecosystem is going to be impacted, and there's going to be nothing to recover or not allowed to recover. So very important to have the support from governments through this phase so that we can weather the storm. very important to resume international travel. And let's think about the impact. That's what the campaign, the impact that you make every single time that you travel, that you help to reduce poverty, you help to increase education, you help to provide opportunities to reduce inequality, a lot of benefits that we have no idea sometimes. Every time that we travel, we really make a difference, and we distribute also the income between the developed countries and also the developing countries and the poorest in the world.
Gloria Guevara, the CEO of the World Travel and Tourism Council, the WTTC, thank you.